Hi everybody, I'm going to give you a quick demo of a new feature added to the app for 2012 called Power Management. So I have a simulator running here, and under the settings icon you will see there's a new tab called Power Management. So as long as you're running software revision 1.2 or higher, these features will be enabled. Okay, and Power Management, when you connect to your spa with OnSpa, the phone will send to the spa the time of day, so it knows what day and what day of the year it is as well. And I'll just give you a quick background as to where this came from. Just pull up the website here. So this is the Ontario in Canada, the Ontario government website, energy website, and they've adopted something called time of use pricing. So what this is you can see on this side, they charge 6.2 cents per kilowatt hour during the off-peak hours, which is when they say the demand is low and less expensive sources of electricity are used. During the mid-peak is 9.2 cents, and during on-peak, the busiest time on the grid, it's 10.8 cents. So the consumers can save money if we can set up the spa so that it doesn't run during the peak, mid-peak hours, and you do all your heating and filtering during the off-peak hours. Okay, but we also wanted to make it flexible. Not all states or countries are going to have this exact guideline, so we based it off of this, but the user can set it up for how they want. So if you have a look at this graph, during the summer they default like this, and this is what ours will default to, but the consumer can adjust it. And during the winter you have your off-peak, you have two peak windows, and then a mid-peak in the middle of the day. So coming back to the app, you can adjust these times if you want, and you can also tell the spa what you want it to do during off-peak, mid-peak, and peak hours. Okay, so I'll just save that and we'll go to here for now. So here you have, that's where you set up the times. Okay, and here you have your peak. So during peak, the spa is not going to heat, it's not going to filter, and if you have peak 2, the ozone system is not going to run. So during peak hours, it's going to be completely still. During mid-peak hours, we don't want it to heat, but maybe we'll allow it to filter or ozone and run ozone. And for days of the week, we'll run that on Monday through Friday. If we come over here to this grid again, you can see at the bottom here, weekends and stat holidays, it's always off-peak. So that's how it defaults. But again, you can change that, or the consumer can change that if they want. So if you want it on every day, turn it on for every day. If you also, maybe you don't want it to filter either during mid-peak, and hit save, and that's how it will run. So one more time, connect your spa with OnSpa, run the app, click on, go back to the beginning here, settings, power management, peak hours is where you set up the times that it's going to be off peak, mid peak, and peak. Okay, and save, and then here you tell the spa what you want it to do during those times. So for an example, maybe you don't have time of use pricing, but the consumer just wants their spa to be still because it's outside their bedroom window. You could come to peak management and set a peak hours between 10 o'clock at night and 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and we don't really care about these, so we'll close them. And then from 10 at night till 4 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be completely still. Okay, and from 4 o'clock to 4 o'clock, it's going to heat, do all its heating and filtering, and be ready at 4 o'clock. And then in this case, it will be off again. So, okay, you understand that? Hit save, and that's where it will stay. And if you get this graph too messed up, you can just hit reset, and it'll reset to the last place that you saved. All right. Well, that's power management.